answer for the Cowboys?
Well, what's the first off? What's the question? Like,
Super Bowl or bust?
Well, he can make a difference. When I look at the Cowboys roster-wise, they are a young, talented roster. When you look at it, it's 23, 22, 24, 25, 26, 25, 20. That's what their roster looks like.
Scaring Shannon Sharpe.
Right. They're a young, very talented roster. See, to me, you need a rudder. Right? You need a ship that has to have a rudder.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is a veteran quality guy that glues people together. Now, Eric Berry's a phenomenal player when healthy. The problem is he hasn't been healthy in a couple of years, right? He hasn't played a lot of games.
Right. Correct.
But you look at any locker room dynamic, especially with young players, you have to have a couple of veteran guys that glue people together, especially during the tough times and the bumps that come in any season. So, to me, he would be a great answer for the Cowboys from a leadership standpoint, from a guidance standpoint, and basically bringing young players along. I always say with any team, you need a few adults in the room. Like, it's good to have young guys. It's good to have the energy. It's good to have athleticism and all that. But you need a few adults to make sure they've been guided in the right direction. And Eric Berry certainly will provide that to a football team.
I definitely believe he'll be an upgrade over Heath. The question is, Skip, at what price? And that's what I think the Cowboys are trying to figure out. He understands this is probably going to be his last contract. And he's not going to want one of these contracts think, okay, $2 million into every game that you're active, we'll give you another $150,000. He doesn't want that incentive-based contract. He wants that guarantee. He saw what Earl Thomas got. He saw what Landon Collins got. He sees the safety market around the league. He said it.
What is his safety market, though?
He don't look at it like Skip. We the last one to see that our skills start to deteriorate. Everybody else is like that. I still see the guy that went to all those Pro Bowls. You mentioned he went to 5 Pro Bowls, first team All-Pro. Yep. And the last time we remember him healthy, did a tremendous job on Rob Gronkowski on that Thursday night game to start the season. That's the way he still sees himself, even after the Achilles injury, even after the heel injury in which he missed, as Jenny said, 29 of a possible 32 games.
Right.
He still sees himself as that guy, Skip. So he sees himself as that guy. That guy should be paid, $30 million guaranteed. He's not going to get that. So the question is, what is he willing to accept? He says, you know what? This is a team that I can really help as far as Stink alluded to, as far as leadership. I can make some plays. Yep. I can make decent money. But I might be the missing piece to get this team over the hump.
I would agree with that.
I think one thing really quick, Skip, I think it comes down to, are you willing to be realistic with where you're at in your career? And how much does winning a championship still factor into that? Because you look at the Cowboys, and you look at the NFC East, and you look at the talent that they've amassed, the young talent they've amassed, I still look at them as a contender with the right pieces falling into place. And you have to come to grips with, where am I at my career, and is a championship more important than guaranteed money?
Okay. By the way, NFL.com has reported that Robert Quinn, who's now property of the Miami Dolphins, he was there very quietly last year because I lost touch with him. He had 5 sacks, but I don't remember any of them.
Right.
He's on his way to Dallas, and they are in trade talks with the Dolphins for Robert Quinn, and he's going to, I guess, interview in Dallas today.
You like that?
Okay, Randy Gregory out. Maybe Robert Quinn would be stopgap. I don't know. I don't remember him making plays last year.
No. He hadn't been really the same. He got injured at the Rams.
Yep.
He hadn't really been the same player because he used to be a heck of a pass rush off the edge.
I agree with every point you made about Eric Berry. It's more in his stature, in his experience, and who he used to be that I love. Because I don't think he's ever going to be that guy.
No, he
I just
won't.
have a gut feeling he's just had too many things go wrong with his body to be that guy.
And most of his injuries, Skip, are lower.
They are.
And to be a safety in this league, you need to be able to run.
Achilles is not good.
Nope.
You're usually never quite the same. Randall Cobb, I would value even more highly because they lost Cole Beasley, and Randall Cobb's only 28 years of age, and he was haunted all last year by hamstring. It wasn't a pull. I think it was a tear. If he's right and healthy at the right price, he could bring a lot of pop to that offense because you can play Randall Cobb outside as well as in the slot. I think he's all-purpose. You can run him. You can do. He's like an even better Tavon Austin right now that you could do things with on offense. So I like that addition. But in the end, These are all great problems to have because it's still a young, talented roster. And you made this point earlier. I'm going to reinforce it. They need to prioritize signing Zeke first or re-signing him, extending Ezekiel Elliott. He's earned it. He deserves it. He's got the shortest window of any position.
Yes.
And again, I know what they did to DeMarco Murray, and it was not pretty what they did. They used him up in 2014, and then they said, thank you very much, goodbye.
Yep.
And I don't want to see that happen to Zeke. I don't think he has a big window in this league.
He probably got
runs.
At the way he's running and the touches, probably 2 to 3 years max at that capacity.
Two at this level where you're leading the league in rushing, maybe 2 more big years. But after
wild to
that,
think
he
about.
is high collision.
Yeah.
He runs through brick walls. Like on 3rd and short, he just takes on anybody.
Steve, we know a guy like that, don't we? We played one. Got us to 2 Super Bowls.
You did.
I mean,
And then what happened?
you start. I mean, he got his knee, but when you start getting that 400 threshold, you get 2,000 yards. Right. You're gonna have almost 400 carries because that's 5 yards a carry.
Talking about Terrell
Davis, and then he went 1750 the year before that, and then 15 plus the year before that. It takes care to get to those numbers. And
John Elway could not have done what he did without that guy.
And we were a running team. We made the mistake in the playoff game, the divisional game against Jacksonville. All of a sudden, we thought we were a passing team.
Right.
And we got away from that.
Did you not have a great offensive line?
We did. They wanted to maul people. They wanted to run the ball.
Yep.
It just takes its toll. And as far as Stephen Jones is concerned, saying that we're going to have to be creative, yeah, that's the business. But you can be creative because you can give long money and save your cap space.
Right.
You just have to give long money to the right guys, right?
Exactly.
When you're going long money, you got to have the right guys to give long money to.
Okay. So I had my heart set on Earl Thomas because he's not only a made man, but he can still play. He's
Oh, yeah,
in his
yeah, yeah.
prime.
He can still do that.
He's Eric Berry with ability left, with great years, maybe 2 or 3 great, I don't know, 4 or 5 great years. And out of the blue, as he said yesterday in his interview in Baltimore, came the Ravens. And they didn't just offer him this and that. They offered him the best contract on the market, even better than Landon Collins got in Washington. Well, Dallas can't compete with that.
Right.
So I say, God bless you, Earl.
But that's what you do, Skip. If you want a guy in free agency, you just go ahead and put your best offer on the table and make him an offer he can't refuse.
He said he took the Ravens offer in 2 hours. They had it completely.
That's it. Because
I'm thinking, he didn't even want to talk to Dallas anymore.
Because then
it's over.
Because here's the thing, Skip, you lowball a guy. Somebody else comes in and they offer more, and then you come back. He's like, you could have did that at the beginning. So the Ravens said, we released Weddle. We like Jefferson. Jefferson's a box safety. Earl Thomas still can roam. Let's go ahead and make it happen.
It's a great move for the Ravens.
But the Cowboys
needed it.
Skip, the Cowboys couldn't do this move. You can't spend that kind of money on a safety when you have all these guys that need money on your own team.
Unless you take your basic home state discount.
Well, and that's one of the other things that's important for Dallas in this process to remember, and I think this is important for any team. If you don't take care of the guys that are homegrown, your locker room starts to look at management and say, whoa, whoa, whoa. The only guys you want to play are guys who haven't helped build where we are right now. It's not the appropriate way to go about it. So that move to me is an important move. Taking care of your homegrown talent, your running back, your quarterback, those guys, your pass rusher, that's an important aspect of building a football team of quality.
But it won't matter. They can take care of all of them, and it's going to be the same thing, Skip.
I will remind you that last year we won the division and a playoff game and almost won a second playoff game with Jeff Heath and Xavier Woods at safety. They're pretty good. I'm not saying they're great. They're not going to make Pro Bowls, but they're pretty good football players, both of them.
Why wasn't Jenny and I invited to the parade of you guys winning a playoff game?
Well, we don't throw parades.
Oh, exactly. That's what I'm thinking very much.
We've got too many Super Bowl
Thank you very much. Hold up.
Jerry's got a whole office full of Super Bowl trophies.
When was the last time?
Huh?
That combine.
Couple more.
Jerry, what Herbert said, he ain't got much time left. That's what Jerry said.
I don't know why he keeps saying
I don't know either.
I know, it's
that old.
I don't know either.
Shouldn't say
But I
that.
put it like this here. He was in his 50s the last time he won one.
Okay.
He in that late 70s now.
So we can do the math. Okay.
That ain't none of my. I don't even know why I brought that up, Skip.
We won a playoff game last year and almost won 2.
No, you didn't almost win 2.
Well, it was a 1-score game.
You almost lost 1 too. 3rd and 14, Dak, they let a quarterback go.
Is that not a play?
You know
They'll
what?
never stop, Mark.
Go ahead, Jenny.
Never
No.
stop around
Ever.
here. Good to have you with
Yes,
us always.
great to be here.
So Colby says the Lakers, well, they should just blow up the roster. Is the Mamba
Blow it up.
right? We'll discuss next.
Blow it up.